Welcome to the Winning Edge Investments Podcast. Winning Edge Investments provides industry-leading horse racing and sports betting tips, ratings and education, enabling you to invest intelligently and treat your betting like a business. Go to www.winningedgeinvestments.com to learn more about how you can start to supercharge your betting bank immediately. Treat your betting like a business and invest intelligently with Winning Edge Investments.
Good morning, Gareth. How are you going?
Good, thank you, mate. What are you looking forward to most, Flemington or Rosehill?
Look, there's great racing across both venues. It's some people love the Caulfield Carnival and the Moonee Valley Coxplate Carnival, but for me, Flemington's a pinnacle. It's the best racetrack in Australia. The next 4 days are for me just the pinnacle of racing. It's sort of the grand finals, and this is where I make my pilgrimage every year from Sydney over to Melbourne and watch it live, soak up the atmosphere. It's incredible crowds and incredible racing. So very, very excited about Flemington, but also very, very keen for a bet in the Golden Eagle as well. So looking forward to it.
Let's have a look at the features at Flemington. The first of the Group 1s is the best race of the day, the Coolmore for the 3-year-olds down the straight. Growing Empire at 360 with Bet 365, Traffic Warden 440. Switzerland's Been Easy 650. Lady of Camelot's been popular at 7. And then Bellatrix Star at 850 and then big prices for the rest, led by First Settler at $16. Which way are you going in the Coolmore this year, Dean?
Yeah, look, a great race and won by some great colts. Like Zoo Star and Seapoy, Flying Artie, and then Sunlight, the filly won as well. Always a good quality race, and when doing the historical profiling, you see it's a good horses race, and the best horses usually win. Interestingly, horses with a 28-day break or longer have won 9 of the last 13 years from a lot fewer runners. So a race where they target with a bit of fresh horse can certainly help. Look, I think at the start of the spring, you asked me for some futures bets, and I sort of had Switzerland and Traffic Warden as the 2 3-year-old colts to watch, and nothing's changed my mind here. I think Switzerland was sort of $15 at the time for the Coolmore. He won 3 in a row as a 2-year-old, and then was unplaced in the Golden Slipper, but had a bit of an injury there. He won the Roman Consul last start by nearly 2 lengths, and that's always proved to be a very, very good form race for this. The trainer obviously has an exceptional record in the race. Chris Waller having won 5 of these races from only 16 runners, and so I think Switzerland's going to be very hard to beat. I think the dangers is Traffic Warden. He was very impressive winning the Run to the Rose first up, and then unfortunately beating the nose in the Golden Rose for us. I actually think the Everest scratchings are a blessing in disguise. Like I said, the horses that come off a 4 or 5 week break have a really, really good record in this race. So I'm very, very keen on Switzerland. I think Traffic Warden's a danger. Yeah,
I love your confidence there with Switzerland. I think you're on a mighty race tomorrow. Then we'll have a look at the Derby. Al Costello's Been Easy with Bet 365 to $4. King of Thunder at $650. Then got Red Aces at 7. Gold Rush Guru, the South Australian, into $850. Geez, he's had some good backing. Keenland at 11. Politely Done at 11. And then King of Wall Street's at $16. Saint Emilion at 17 with China Sea also at that quote. Who wins the Derby this year?
Yeah, look, we backed Al Costello to win the Spring Champion, and you mentioned the $9 last week, which looks like an all right price now. I think the trap is with these young 3-year-olds over the 2,500. Barriers 1 to 7 have won 10 of the last 13 years, so you want to be able to get a nice cushy run to be running out that very long trip, and I think that's going to be the case again this year, particularly with all of the lead-up races. The main lead-up races of ours and the Norman Robinson and even the Spring Champion have all been run at very, very slow tempos. So this is going to be a different sort of pain barrier for these 3-year-olds over 2,500, and I think we've got a reasonable tempo here. You want to be fit. 11 of the last 13 years, the run's been 5th up or more. Only Hitotsu managed to win 3rd up with a freak train performance from Maran. 4th up was a day where they ran about 30 lengths below par. So I think you need to be fit. And have had a few runs under your belt, and usually it's very difficult to win this race in your first prep as well. So I've narrowed this down to a couple of horses who've drawn well, mapped really nicely, and look like they'll be fit enough. Keenland was really impressive winning the Superimpose, and that was a close third, beating a long neck in what was a really slowly run Norman Robinson. But he's bred to run the trip. He maps really well. The stable won the race before the Buspins, and they've brought Hugh Bowman from Hong Kong to ride him. So I think Keeneland's really, really hard to beat. And the other one I actually think at a price that needs to get into the race is the Emergency War Ribbon, who've been really consistently racing well in provincial grade. You want to see one at Newcastle by 4 lengths over 2,200 metres last start, even though he sort of over-raced. He should stay the trip. He maps really nicely, and David Payne and John Allen have both won this race before.
So, yeah, a couple of value plays there in the Derby for Dean there in the feature race. It's the classic. It's Derby Day. So what price are we getting Keeneland? I'm keen on Keeneland as well. $11 there and $3.40 with Huey aboard. Then we go to the Empire Rose. A Tissue at $4.60. Gee, she was sensational at this Flemington Carnival last year. She's off a different preparation, however, this time around, but she's still the strong favourite for the Empire Rose. Amelia's Jewel at $6.50. Plenty of Ammo at $6.50. Orchestral at $7.50 with the blinkers on. Elsafina into $8.50. The WA mare, she's been heavily supported. And then we go to Grinsinger Bell at $13. Komochi is a $15 chance there, Dean.
Yeah, look, pretty open race this year, as it often is. And, 8 of the last 13 years, the winner's been double-figure odds. I mean, it's been from anywhere from $11 to $41. So this is a race where you can often find a roughie. The other amazing stat of this race is 12 of the 13 years, the winners come from barrier 8 or wider. We've only had one winner from 91 runners from between barriers 1 to 7, and that was on a wet track. So, with these even sort of smile over the Flemington for the mares, I think you got to sort of blend into the race, and those that they get clubbed up on the fence, particularly when they're getting back, seem to struggle. Which means a horse like Amelia Jewel sort of doesn't map particularly well for mine. The Tissue you mentioned there, I just got a query whether she's going as well as she was last year. And she also seemed to run a good race here, and then really peaks over 2,000 metres on the back up the week later. So she could be one to watch, I think, for Saturday week. The two I'm keen on are Orchestral. She's just a superstar Kiwi mare. She won the Karaka Millions, the New Zealand Derby, and the Storm Queen Stakes as a 3-year-old. She's had no luck. Won 6th in the 2 rack, second up. She's been set for this. She'll be peaking, and I think she's going to be very, very hard to beat. I thought the other danger was Elsafina, a very classy WA mare. The Grant Williams stable, they always measure up here. She won a Group 2 at Moonee Valley a couple of starts ago, and she was a good third in the 2 rack. I think those two just map to sort of get back and really blend into the race, and very keen on Orchestral, but Elsafina are a danger too.
So a couple of each-way plays there with Orchestral and Elsafina and the Empire Rose. And we'll go to Rose Hill, and this Golden Eagle's a beauty. You're getting $4 Escalini Piscino now, the Japanese star 4-year-old mare. Jolly Star at $5. Lazard's unbeaten, his French gallop. He's at $6.50. And then Tom Kitten at 11, Steffi Magnetica at 11, Southport Tycoon at $12, Craig at 17, and then big prices for the rest led by Straka and NCAP, both at $23. How do you see this year's Golden Eagle? You with the internationals, Dean?
Look, the Japanese mare, Escoli Piscino, she is an absolute superstar. I was very, very keen on her before the barrier draw came out. But there's two sort of key factors winning this race. It's only been in run for the last 5 years, but the winner of the race has come out of a mile Group 1 race for all 5 winners. They've also all drawn between barrier 1 and 10. So I think over that 1,500 at Rose Hill, a bit like the Golden Slipper, you really need to draw well and get a nice cushy run when there's sort of 24-year-olds thundering across Rose Hill on a dry track. So looking at something coming out of a strong mile race and drawn inside, I've had to look around Escoli Piscino given it's drawn 17. The two I've landed on is Tom Kitten. I'm very, very keen on him. He ran second in the Epsom handicap to Chill Wolf, and then was fourth in the King Charles. That's very, very strong Group 1 mile form for this. Both of those races he was sort of wide as well and had to make long sweeping runs. He's now drawn barrier 2. He's going very well. He's rock hard fit. He's won at Rose Hill twice, and I think it's just going to be very, very hard to beat Tom Kitten. And the danger is a lightly raced horse called Craig from Melbourne, who ran second in the Group 1 Turek handicap. Again, that's sort of the right profile for this race. He's drawn barrier 5. He's got Nashville Willer on, and he's a nice price too. And so just profiling this race, looking for a miler who's drawn well, and I'm very, very keen on both Tom Kitten and Craig at double-figure odds.
So there you go, some value there in the Golden Eagle with Craig at $17 and $4.50 with Bet365 and Tommy Boy. Tommy Kitten, $11 and $3.40. Massive week of racing. We can head to Winning Edge Investments, mate. You type in SEN, you get this is the best. This is the best winner that you can back all carnival. If you type in SEN, you get a 50% lifetime discount.
Yeah, no, that's right. There's no better value time to sign up than now. Where all of our racing services are covering all 4 days at Flemington. You got massive racing on Tuesday. It was about 15 race meetings at least on the day. So just in the next week you're getting probably a month's worth of value, and then all the amazing racing that's still to come. There's still something like 4 or 5 Group 1s even after this week, and another 5 sort of $1 million races on top of that. So plenty of good racing coming up for those who want to try us out for a month, and we'll put some money in your pocket.
Great work, Dano. We appreciate your time, mate. Enjoy Flemington. Enjoy Golden Eagle Day.
Cheers, Gareth. You too. Thanks, mate.
There's Dean Evans from winningedgeinvestments.com. Tips, ratings and betting education for racing and sports. We'll take a break. We'll find you a winner with Bag of Tips. And then Zach Tunbridge will be joining us from Bet365 to have a look at the market movers ahead of this dream weekend of racing.
At Winning Edge Investments, our team of highly skilled expert analysts and full-time professional punters review the data, crunch the figures, assess the best betting opportunities, and deliver them to your phone via our app and your email inbox in real time so you profit. Go to www.winningedgeinvestments.com, look at our membership options, make your choice, and enter the promo code PODCAST to receive a special 25% discount on your first membership just for listening. That's PODCAST in capital letters for a 25% ongoing discount on your first membership. Treat your betting like a business and invest intelligently with Winning Edge Investments.